Alrighty, the frequency's not in use. This is K4PAW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. I know it's no emergency traffic, or you would have already been on here. There's also probably no emergency anything. So call 911 or let us know and we'll do it for you. Just tell us your address. And that may be broken for any time. For information on this net, you go to YouTube and go put MJSS into the thing, and you'll see the screen of my radio. You can also go to Facebook and go MJ Simplexton Net, MJ Simplexton Net. See, now you'll see me on Facebook. You don't have to go there. And you can also go to 146.415.net. That's the Simplex information page. And also to groups.io and groups.india Oscar and put MJSS in there. And you can sign up for our email reminder system. It's also a great place to buy, sell, and ask technical questions regarding ham radio. No personal advice. So, and that normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And tonight, of course, we're starting out on 146.415 FM, and then we're moving over to, let's see, Saturday night. We're moving over to 144.240, and then over on to 50.135 upper sideband on 6 meters, and then on to 223.415 over on 220 band. Purpose of that is to have fun, figure out what we're doing right or wrong, and seeing how well we can hear. We also get to see how conditions change in certain directions. It's kind of fascinating how much it can change locally. We noticed some of that today. Announcements. We had a great breakfast this morning. There was about 7 of us there. I'd love to have 17 or 25, but whoever shows up, shows up. Saturday morning's a tough time for a lot of families, a lot of people. They got other things like sleeping in to do. But we have a good time. Solve all the world's problems, and we even solve other people's problems, you know. Any other announcements besides Sunday nights? Now, don't forget, Sunday night, 7:30 p.m., the 10-meter net, Michael KM4YRF. That's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He does the, he's been doing that for, I think, nigh on 4 years. A weekly net on 10 meters. I think it's the only regular 10-meter. Not only is it a 10-meter net, it's a 10-meter upper sideband, 10-meter FM, and then to 223.415 FM, which has nothing to do with 10 meter. Otherwise, no, nothing. Anyway, any other announcements? I know I got one. I heard a great story today. You'll all like this. In Alabama, 2 separate sets of parents don't know each other. Both had babies in the same building, same hospital in Alabama. I'm not sure where it was, truthfully. I didn't care where it was. And one of them named their kid Johnny Cash, and the other girl's name was June Carter. Anyway, moving on. That's a true story, by the way. You can look at it. I guess I'll have to get married. And then, yeah, I'll have to get married. That's all there is to it. Any other announcements? We're moving before I move on. All righty. And we're going to, boy, SWR seems high on that radio. Hold on. Now I'm going to leave it there. I don't care. Just looks funny. All right, we're going to go ahead and start taking check-ins from people short on time, mobile, or short on time, mobile, or first-time check-ins. Please come in. It's going to be a short net. Anybody okay? Then we'll start from the south. We're looking for people from the south. Please come down. Yeah, how do I sound tonight? Now at this time there, Tony?
Salty.
Salty. I'm always been salty, man. Well, you sound okay. You got a little bit of rougher than normal. So I don't know. I'm going to blame you because it's not my fault.
Yeah, well, I'm married, so there you go.
I know, me too. Except we're married to different people. That's the best part. Anyway, anything else on that?
No, it's been a quiet day. So yeah, made the mistake today. We after Mama had yogurt class, we went to Shoney's and had breakfast. Sorry, guys. But we decided, well, let's go downtown since we're this close and go to the farmer's market. Not remembering that the Music City Marathon was happening and stumbled into that hornet's nest. And so got to tour the streets of Germantown. And it's really, really changed since the last time I was down there. But anyway, for the better, I think. KF4, KFQ.
But didn't Germantown get kind of hit hard by that tornado 5 years ago?
Yep, but I remember Germantown with and I was just a wee lad, and Germantown was not a place you wanted to go.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I only heard about that marathon this morning. Was it really, really busy over there?
Really, really busy.
Yeah, well, it does pay to read the paper once in a while, doesn't it? Well, I guess that's a euphemism. You're reading the LCD screen. How's that? All right, very good. Nothing else?
Nope.
Very good, Tony. Good. I'm glad you're there. That's Tony. Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. Who else is south? I'm presuming that's Larry, KE4 SYZ. Anybody can't confirm that for me?
All right.
Who is that south again? Please come again. Well, again, I'm going to confuse. I'm going to presume it's Larry because I couldn't hear. He couldn't hear me on D-Star tonight, so I'm presuming we got the same problem. I'm going to say that's Larry. I'm guessing, but we'll find out maybe later. That's KE4SYV, Larry in Rockville. Even if he doesn't like it, it's him. Who else is south?
It was Larry. I heard enough to tell.
All right, very good. Well, Larry, if you can hear me, you're in there. Anyway, anybody else south, please come down. Over to the east. Is this squelch breaking night or what? Who is that was trying to check in? Now, we're going to have a rough net tonight. Who else is east? Please come again.
KM4, Laura.
All right, I heard Mike. And who was the other station?
KM4HQE.
Very good. I got you. Understand. Hold on one second, Stan. Michael, anything good for the net? Yeah, big numbers on C4FM tonight.
Yeah, it was a great net. I guess I had a great time at the breakfast today. Glad to see Hayes there with his two boys. It was a great morning. Back to net control.
All right, very good. That was Michael KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. I heard Stan. Everything okay on your sector there in Lebanon there, Stan?
Roger, Paul. How about you?
Going good. It was a lazy day for me. I was beat and just laying around, not doing. I did go out to the mailbox once.
Yeah, sounds pretty much like my day.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the Nets, Dan?
No, that's all, Paul. Back in that KM4HQE.
Yeah, very good. That was Stan, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. He is in Lebanon. Anybody else east or south?
KK5S.
Hey, very good. How are you copying me tonight there, Kerry?
Oh, you got 20 over as always on me.
Okay, very good. Just curious how it's going. But it's good to see you this morning at breakfast. Notice the Southern seems to have some difficulties today because Larry was almost unreadable. But you're very good. And of course, you're over there to the southeast from me.
Well, I could hear him, but you couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I know it's weird. Anyway, anything else for the net?
No, nothing exciting tonight.
No, I like it not exciting. Okay.
Understood.
Yeah, very good. Well, that was Kerry. He's in Baird's Mill, Kilo 5 Sierra, and a good signal, by the way. Who else is south or east? Anybody copying that station for me because it's rough to me.
Zulu Delta Golf.
Is he on a handheld tonight?
Right, he's not on the handheld, but he only has 5 watts.
Oh, he's got a big handheld. That's Kilo India 4. That's right, Kilo India 4, Zulu Delta Guy. Well, good to have you in there, Kevin. Even though I can't hear you, I can just see your signal and I can hear the buzzing. That's Kilo India 4, Zulu Delta Golf. That's Kevin with 5 watts here. Well, they're in Gladeville, just a couple of miles from me. Who else is east? East or north?
KE4TWR.
Very good. How you doing? Wes, yeah, somebody, you should have gotten a contact from, who was it? Oh, Scott down in Laverne. He had some questions about CW settings on the 10-meter HF rig.
I just walked in here. Did he just ask?
No. I think he sent you an email.
Okay, I'll check it out. Everything's good here. Good and calm and quiet. And for near Possum Town, Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, see, some of those older rigs to use a iambic paddle, you actually need to have an external key, or do you not?
Right. Which is fine. But even my old one here, the one from 90, it's got an internal keyer. But external keyers or something?
Oh yeah, no. He was hooking up, and it's all he could get was one dot. You know, he could get a dot out of it. That was it. Even though he was using a stereo plug as it was supposedly required. I said, but the rig doesn't see it if it's if it's iambic, if it doesn't have a setting for iambic, built into it.
I don't know. I'd have to. I'll look at my email. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, well, I put them onto you because I knew that you'd be a good source. He also had a question about a beacon, but I don't remember what the details. I'll let him figure that out with you. Everything else going well?
Everything is good here. I even heard Larry down in Rockville. So if you can hear that, I heard.
No, all I heard was noise to him tonight. Tonight's tough for me. I got to figure out what's going on. I'm showing my SWR as almost 2.0, so there's something going on.
We need to take a look at this setup because there's too much of a difference between you and Michael. It's too much. And I don't know if it's one particular hill or if there's some other station. I don't know. We'll investigate.
All right, very good. Anything else?
Yep, KD4
Very good. That's Wes. He's over in Possum Town. That's it. Near Possum Town, or undisclosed location. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India, and big signal here. But who else is east? East or north?
WB0 NO.
Well, you've always got a big signal, make me feel like my antenna's working.
Well, that's always good. I like having the big signal. I'm still down in the hole.
Well, how well do you copy other stations, like say south of me? Anything?
Yeah, I can usually hear Tony down there.
Okay, so you're not doing too bad there, even though you're in kind of a hole.
Yeah, I think I'm like 510 feet or something like that.
Right. No, I understand. There's 510. Yeah, I'm at 685 or something.
Yep, big difference. But anyway, don't really have anything for the net. Been binging on X-Files today.
Yeah, I never watched that show. I take it you really like it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a diversion.
Yeah, well, it's a cheap diversion.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll be listening. WB0 NO.
Yeah, very good. That was Mark. I was telling people at the breakfast. I think it was breakfast this morning. We were watching a movie. It was a free movie on Tubi, and it was dubbed in Spanish, not dubbed, but it was what do you call it? It had subtitles in English because it was in Spanish. And we wanted to know where the movie was made because we couldn't figure it out. It said, and to my interest, my wife looked it up and it said the movie was filmed in Western New York. So I said, what? So I looked, and sure enough, it said in the Google, it said Western New York. And so I went to Bing and asked them, said, where was the movie, blah, 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 where was it made, filmed? And they go, it was filmed in Vancouver and in Canada, several locations in Canada. Okay, I got it. So I went back and asked Bing AI, how come Google says it's in Western New York and you say it's in Canada? It said, well, apparently Google's using the wrong information. So here's one AI telling the other AI it's wrong. I thought it was funny. Who else is north?
84 VW, Carlin, Angeltown, Bethpage.
Oh, this must be the Angeltown Bethpage AI. How you doing, Carlin?
Alrighty, I guess. That's right here listening to the net again.
Yeah, well, it's one damn thing after another, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know. It always is, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Well, this is net. I didn't say at the beginning. It's net number 998, and we're going to be next Saturday will be the 1,000th net.
That's an awful lot.
Well, yeah. Everybody who checks in next Saturday will get a virtual certificate.
Okay.
Yes, virtually signed by me.
Well, yep, that'll work. Well, they'd be able to walk around. Maybe everybody can get them a badge, and they'll have on it EID at 1,000.
That's right. IID and 1,000. Check in on a 1,000th net. No, it's an interesting thing because I would have never guessed when I started out with the first net, and I got no check-ins besides myself. And the ex-wall asked me, "How'd it go?" I said, "Well, nobody showed up."
Well, I'm sure there'll be a bunch in here next Saturday, unless the weather changes abruptly or something comes up. Yeah, never tell. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, I guess everything's going okay with you. I guess I'll kind of push it up here and let's turn it back over to you. That way you can get some more check-ins here. So with that said, K84 VW, turning it back over to the next control.
Very good. That was Carlin in Bethpage, Angeltown area, Kilo Delta 4 Victory Uniform Whiskey. Who else is north? Anybody else north? Like the song, North to Alaska. It's not north, though. North is kind of northwest. Who else is west then? So you got a little rougher there on the 2 meters there, Joel.
I was on 5 watts. How about now?
Oh yeah, now you're doing fine. You're trying to fool with me, man.
Is that the new 700 you're on right now?
Yes, it's the new degraded. I don't know. I gotta go out there and do something because it's with a 2.0, almost a 2.0 SWR. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, it's a little high.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I'm gonna probably go out there tomorrow and tear it down and see what's going on.
I think it may just have a little water in it.
It's possible, but I've never had that happen to either of any of the 4 X700s I've had.
Now, when you do you got 4 sections on them things. I know. Do you put any little tape around where they screw together or anything?
No, even if it did, it has a nice weep hole at the bottom of it.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. I do that with the 2-section ones I have. I have 2 of those like that. I just put a little piece of Gorilla tape on there. Just one little strip all the way around, and it does so good. I mean, I've never had to take them down, so that's the reason I was wondering, because on DMR you were a full scale, and you're almost full scale on 2 meter, but it's like 7 out of 9, I guess.
Yeah, well, I don't know why that is. It seems kind of weird actually, because several people commented that the signal was down, but they were to the south of me, and I was having trouble hearing from the south as well. So I don't really know what's going on, but I'm going to find out. The 2.0 bothers me. The almost 2.0 here on the SWR.
With me too. Yeah, anything over a 1.5. Which on this one I don't have a meter hooked up to it right now to tell me, but usually it's pretty 1-to-1 most of the time, 1-2 somewhere in there. So I've never had any issues with this antenna. I usually get fairly decent reports, which I'm up high too, which helps. But yeah, it just seems odd that on DMR it sounded so good. Which you sound fine now. I'm not saying you don't sound good. It's just not full scale like it usually is.
Oh, I can take criticism, man. You can say I don't sound good.
No, you're totally readable. I was just looking at the scale with the transmitter because I could hear a slight hiss in the background.
Oh, yes. I was in sales for many years. I can take all kinds of criticism and walk away happy.
Absolutely. Heck, man, that's part of my job.
Very good. What's up, Michael?
The X700 has rubber sealing rings on each section, too.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've never had a problem with leakage, I don't think. It's got rubber gaskets on each of those connectors that slide over there, and they actually slide right over, and they're really slick the way they connect those.
The last antenna I bought, it even came with a little bit of that. What the heck is that tape? Butyl tape. It's like for connections. I mean, heck, I've even seen that stuff for big pieces used for roofs and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool stuff that they send now with these new antennas.
Yeah, I understand. HRO's got a new product called an antenna condom. You just slide it over.
Is it ribbed?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I'm allergic to latex.
Yeah, I got that allergy too.
No, I don't really, but I think we need to move on from that.
All right, well, y'all have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. KO40 TV.
Yeah, very good. That was Joel in west of Ashland City, out in the jungle up there. Who else is north or west?
4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Greg, everything good?
Yeah, and your signal is still down to me. You're like at about an S7 where you should be about about 30 over S9. So
I would think so, yeah. But you wouldn't even think that 2.0 would make, even if it was 2, I can't imagine it being that much worse,
no, and in fact, if you look it up, because I looked it up just to see how much your SWR affects your effective output, and it's not that much until you get really high.
Right. It's degraded somewhat, but it's not like 50%.
Yeah, it's actually barely. And then until you start getting up real high, like 5 to 1 or something like that, you don't really lose that much power.
Yeah, I don't want to let my antenna know about that, though.
Yeah, I might burn your radio up, but
Yeah, I know it. Anything good for the net, Greg?
Now, see you on the next KU TV.
Very good. That was Greg. He is in Antioch. Who else is west? Yeah, a little rough on your signal tonight there. How's my signal to you there, Jay? Ah, very good. That's interesting. Shouldn't be that bad. Maybe half my antenna fell down.
Well, maybe we'll be better on the next one.
Oh, yeah. In fact, you cleared up on that one.
Well, yeah, it's just I think we've got our whatever our interference is between Donaldson and Juliet going on.
Yeah, you were on that transmission alone. You went from almost S7 between 3.3 and 7.
Yeah, your signal's down too.
That's weird. Yeah. That means we got to upgrade our contract with Comcast.
Just means I need a tower.
Yeah, I wish. My don't say nothing, but my actual won't let me have one. Yeah, very good. Picket fence. It sounds like you were picket fencing running down the road. That was Jack, Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
And 4 DJMT.
Hey, very good, Don. We were talking about you today. Were your ears burning?
A little lower and to the rear, but yeah.
Yeah. No, my Mike was talking about some stuff you guys got together on.
Yeah, hopefully he comes out and gets the rest of this antenna out of my driveway for somebody who thinks it's scrap and takes it. But nothing else going on here, brother. I'm just relaxing this weekend, not doing much. Busy, work's been super crazy. And yeah, if you're in the 2 to 1 SWR, you're losing about 10-11% of your power there.
I believe you're correct. It's not dramatic, but that's dramatic enough. I don't want to lose any.
A lot of off on 2 meters, man. You got a big coax too, man. I checked your coax too. This X700 here should be like dead on, like 1.1 to 1 in that range. I've never seen this antenna get on crazy high SWR like that. Like I don't think it does that all anywhere on 2 meters. So yeah, I definitely get that checked out.
Yep, I'm with you. Yeah, I've got the LMR 400 for the whole run out there, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. In fact, I got about 100 feet going out there, but that shouldn't bother it at all.
Comment.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Don, we're going to be there in the morning to get the rest of that antenna. Not a problem. If I'm not here, just come pick it up. Probably I'll be out gallivanting at some point tomorrow. But yeah, it's just sitting there by the basketball hoop for you. All right, Bobby's your uncle.
Man, I forgot about that till just now. In fact, I told my brother about that, and he goes, "Hey, how did they know that we had an Uncle Bob?"
That's funny.
And we did. We had an Uncle Bob. Anyway, who else? That was Don, November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. He's in Bon Agua. Great signal out of Bon Agua. Who else is west?
KC4TNQ.
Hello, Mr. Charles. Everything good for you on a Saturday?
Yes, sir. Didn't get into too much. I had to make a grocery run, and I just kind of chilled around the rest of the day.
Oh, that's like me. I go to Walmart 3 times a week, even if I don't need anything.
I don't even want to think about going to Walmart yet.
No. Well, I go over there. It's close to me, so that's where I buy all my salad fixings and some of that kind of stuff, routine stuff.
Yeah, I get my veggies at Kroger. I don't know. I just seem to have better luck. They might be a little bit higher, but it's closer, and I don't have to deal with the turmoil at Walmart.
Oh yeah, no, I like Kroger. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I prefer to shop over there because they have a much better selection of stuff.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, and other than that, and then this afternoon I got here and messed with my little chiller last week when I was using it. It just kind of started. It would stop and then it would start back. I mean, after a minute or two, it would die, and I come to find out it was the seat and the carburetor was falling out, and it was turning the fuel off.
Oh wow, that must be a pretty big chiller.
No, it's just a little small 5 horsepower. Old Craftsman I traded my brother for, but I ordered the parts and put a new seat and new needle in it, and went ahead and put a new float in it, and it runs like a charm now.
Well, you should have ordered the fuel injection with the electronic ignition.
Man, I don't get into all that. That'd be some finagling right there.
I don't think they have one for a 5-horse tiller, do they?
Oh, I imagine you could. They got fuel injection engines now. I'm sure you could rig it up, but oh Lord, you'd have to figure a way to do the timing and all that kind of stuff. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, it would be. I bet you Honda makes one like that.
Yeah, I think they make some generators that's got fuel injection on them.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I would love to have one of those. Honda makes such nice products.
Just something else to go wrong, Paul.
I know it. I know it. In this day and age, as we move forward, things get more complex. It doesn't mean they get better. It just means they get more complex.
That's true. All right. Well, check that coax out. That's probably your problem. I can't really understand you having so many problems with these antennas.
I hear you. I'm gonna figure it out. All right. That was Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. I'm getting you guys can send me condolence cards on my SWR if you don't mind. Anybody else, north, south, east, or west? Please come down. Right, I had 2 in there. Hey, I'll take Philip first, and I had was that Frank I heard in there? It was kind of a double.
Yes, sir.
Ah, very good. Hold on, Frank. RKK. And how you doing, Philip? You doing all right?
Yeah, no, they're pretty good. I'm putting on the back patio and I hate to see I'm glad you can hear me, but I wanted to get another section and say hello to everybody.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm hearing an HT out there east. How far are you east 11?
I'm on direction 245, so that would be about 6 miles.
Okay, so you're about 20-something miles from me, I think, due east.
That's about right.
Yeah, okay, very good. And an HT, that's pretty decent. Anything for the net tonight?
No, nothing for the net. Just we're still for balls today over Center County and a bit more out than that, but
very good. Good to have you in there on the HT. Thanks for giving it the old college try. That was Philip, Whiskey 8 Papa Lima Alpha, and he's over in Tucker's Crossroads. That's where he is. Frank, what's up?
I missed the beginning, so you got SWR problem.
Nah, 1.8 is not a problem. It's just a situation.
Yeah. Well, it's weird how that stuff just happens sometimes. And then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know, I just looked there and couldn't find it, but now it's gone.
No, I'll figure it out. Even if I have to buy another $150 worth of coax.
Yeah, coax. That stuff's expensive sometimes. But yeah, so but you're the one that really used to talk about it. Those darn barrel connectors is what you got to watch out for.
Oh yeah, no, that was indeed a problem. It's weird. I mean, I don't know if it's weird. It was weird how much an effect it made on SWR. That was what was weird.
Yeah, it's because they're not 50 ohms. Not really. If you use the end style is much better, but then you got the expensive connectors and everything. And well, I hope you got it figured out. I mean, yeah, you sound exactly the same. You're still about 30 over, just not as much over, but it's hard for me to tell.
And what I need to do is just slap my 85 watt radio on it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had that's the 2 meter only one, right?
Yeah, that's the Alinco. They discontinued that model. I guess it wasn't a big seller, but it's pretty decent for 85 watts. So.
Yeah, but you use it as a heater too.
Well, I didn't realize how hot it would get, and I had hooked it up temporarily, and I was sitting in the garage with one of the nets when I first got the radio, and that's got to be 5, 6, 7 years ago. And I finished the net, and I went to pick up the radio, and I couldn't pick it up because it was too hot. It really is it's a heat sink with a radio included.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting there going, as I tell you that, and I'm the one with the 100-watt radio, but at least it's got a fan on it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, also what I found out was 85 watts is great, but the difference between 85 and 50, and if you stay in at the same height, it's really the same issue. You're not really gaining too much.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's kind of funny. When you start going like that, unless you make a significant jump, you won't be able to tell on the other end. Not really, anyway. I guess every little bit can help, but yeah. And as you can see, conditions can change it way more than that difference in power will.
Well, plus the fact that even if I had 200 watts, it doesn't mean I can hear people any better.
Bingo. Yeah, we were talking about that last night about the amplifiers. You guys were talking about it when we went to 220. Just because you can, they can hear you, but I had that situation with the adding antenna. People in Kentucky are hearing me. I couldn't hear them, so that's when I had the J pole. So, even though they're supposed to be reciprocal in that case, it wasn't exactly the same, but that's what happens. You get the amplifier, which, like I have one. It's great, but if you can't hear them, now I haven't had a whole lot of trouble with that, but my problem is, okay, well, why don't you have, 5-band, Century DX on all the bands? And because it's hard to hear some people because the antenna is still compromised.
Right. There's no cheating in this. You can't cheat in the physics of it,
Yeah. So if you can't hear them, you can't work them, right? So that's why. So as we keep trying to improve the station, the antenna is usually the weakest link, but sometimes that coax, you can have the best radio past antenna, but if the coax is no good, you're kind of SOL on that one.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out, I think. Anything else for the net, Frank?
Negative. I almost went out to the breakfast. I'm assuming you guys had that, but just did not get up in time.
Yeah, we almost wish you were there.
Yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, I wish I would have been there just to see you, buddy. But anyway, I got nothing. I'll turn it back over to KV9RKK.
Very good. That was almost Frank. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. Anybody else out there? Any place anywhere?
KV4 my thing. Delta November, almost late.
Okay, I got two in there. Hold on there, David. That was KI4 NDN. What's up there, Kevin?
Hey, nothing to it, Paul. Just hanging out, trying to be cool. Didn't do too much. Just worked out in the yard a little bit. Did this, and that, and the other. I can't really pin anything down. I cut a little bit of the grass. I'm trying to get some of that time to trim it down a little bit before it got carried away. And, I don't know if I did any good or not, but it sure smells good. Worked around in the garden a little bit. Did some stuff here in the house. But about the same old stuff, different day. You know how it is. I don't know. I heard somebody say you had a SWR problem.
Well, it's a little high. It's about 1.9.
Oh, that ain't too bad. You can get away with that.
Well, I'm getting away with it, but I don't think the signal's getting out quite as well. I'm guessing it's, there might be a 10% or something degradation of the signal out. By the way, what you can do to make up the lawn mowing a lot quicker, just start up the mower and just run around in the front yard. Don't even put the blade on. Just run around, come back and then, you mowed the lawn. Yeah, sure did.
There you go. Well, I got to do the front tomorrow. I might maybe I need to do the front because I don't think the front needs to be cut, but the back was kind of looking a little shaggy there, so I had to get it. There's something about it. I just had to do it. But yeah, man, do that. Other than that, I didn't really do too much. Just tried to hang out and be cool. Just, well, you know what? Lisa took me out today and they kidnapped me, so I had to go shopping with them and went to Walmart. That was probably about the most exciting part of the day. But, you know, if that's exciting to anybody, I'll pass it back to you, Paul.
Yeah, Walmart. Walmart, it's fine. You just, it's like anything else. It's just a store. I don't like, the reason I like some of the other stores better, like Publix and Kroger, is because, well, not because they're more expensive, because generally they are more expensive, but they have such a nice, nicer atmosphere. And I actually feel like all the people who work there, because not all the stock people work during the day and not at night. So I feel like I've been there working with, trying to get stuff meandering around the lizard people,
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Permission to go straight with Kevin.
Well, you ain't normally straight? Is that what you're saying?
I couldn't think of the right word to use. Kevin, I sent you a text message, so check it out.
Alrighty, I'll check it out. Thanks, Mike.
Back to that.
All right. Yeah, you need to go straight, man. Anyways, no, I don't know if you heard me, man. It's the lizard people working there during the day restocking the shelves.
I hadn't run across any yet, but when I do, I just have to take a picture of them.
No, it's funny because the stock people, they used to all do that stocking at night. Now they do it during the day, and they don't have it. The store's not open at night.
You know what? I hadn't even been in there at night. I hadn't even been. It's the first time I've been in the Walmart in, hell, I don't know. It's got to be 2 months.
Well, that was my Walmart. I'm probably legend over there because of that event that happened about 10 years ago when I thought the dog, it was stuck underneath the shed in the backyard. And she was barking her brains out. And I think she was just going after a groundhog. She was barking her brains. So I thought she was called. She wouldn't come when she was called. So I said, oh, man, she's stuck under there. I can't move the shed because it weighs about 2 tons. So I was going to cut a hole in the bottom of the shed and about where I thought she was so I could drag her out. So I went over to Walmart though, and I bought a skill saw and a shovel. And the woman says, I don't even want to ask you what you're getting this for.
Yeah, I think you told me that story. That's funny. Oh, all right. Well, I'm not going to be able to make 220 because my antenna is pointed way down towards the south, and I don't think you'll be able to hear me. And so I don't know if I'll be able to do that one. But what's the next one? Is it going to be 6 meters?
144.240 first. 144.240. You can use the same antenna if you want to.
All righty. Well, then I'll meet you around there then. I'll get out of your hair, Paul. Thanks for checking me in. Hey, man, thanks, Mike, and anybody else is out there listening. Y'all take care and be safe this weekend.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Kevin. That was Kilo Golf for Mike India Zulu. He's over near Cumberland University in Lebanon. David, I hear you in there.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Paul, and everybody on there. I just kind of walked through late and flipped this radio on, and there you are. Thought I'd get at you. And your signal is still 8 pounds here on me and loud and clear, so I couldn't tell any difference at all.
Yeah, very good. It's funny how things change. I do notice when there's things in conditions change, because there's a lot of times it just signals really good to somebody and then the next day it's lousy.
Yeah, it changes as one leaf gets in the way sometimes, and you know how that goes. But your signal's good, and you're, as always, I appreciate what you do, Mr. Paul, and I didn't want to be considered one of those lizard people or lollygaggers or latecomers. I guess I was a latecomer, that's what it was. So good evening to you and everybody on that 7th grade KI4 Indiana.
It's really painful to fall into those lower categories. I mean, that's like going to purgatory or something. Anyway, that was David, Kilo India 4 November, Delta November. Who else? Any place, anywhere?
Recheck.
All righty, recheck from Angeltown. What's up?
You mentioned you had the LMR 400 coax. There's 2 types. There's a flexible and then there's the solid core. So which do you have up?
I'm pretty sure I'm using the Flex, the Ultra Flex.
Okay. Don't know.
No, I don't either. I'll figure it out. Yeah, that was Carlin up there in Angeltown. Now we got to move on to lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, and lurkers. I said our lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, and blizzard people too. Anybody else out there?
Don't forget the new one.
What was the new one?
I forget. I was hoping you'd remember.
It's the tall, bald, and ugly.
No, then everybody just check in again. I heard somebody, and who was that other? I heard Tony. Who was the other station?
K1SPD.
Ah, there you go. You had to come in after your number 20 tonight, so you're hitting a jackpot.
What surprise?
You get to check in on the 1000th net next Saturday. You heard what you're getting for the 1000th net if you check in, didn't you?
I thought we said cake and ice cream.
No, I changed it. I'm going to give everybody a virtual certificate with my virtual signature.
Nice.
It's downloadable from the net. Anyway, everything going okay?
Yeah, I heard you talking to Wes. I couldn't hear him. Where is he?
He's up north of Possum Town, which is north Wilson County.
Okay, maybe I can hear him on the sideband.
Could be. Wes, are you still there? Are you on? You're going to be on the beam on sideband, or are you going to still use the vertical? No, he's not there right now. I know he's on the beam when we go to. I'm trying to remember. When he's on 10 meters, I know he goes to the beam, and maybe on 6. I forget. But anyway, we're going to 6 here in a couple of nets. So, all right. Anything else, Scott?
Nothing else. K1SPD, carry on.
Yeah, that was Scott. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta and Laverne. Anybody else falling into the flat earthers and the moon landing deniers?
Rich is out there from Hartsville. He's trying to get Biggie Ball.
Oh, go ahead again, Rich. That was a really rough copy. Were you copying him okay there, Kevin?
Yeah, he wanted to check in with you and say howdy to everybody, and that's about it.
It's pretty rough. I could hear I could hear that it was him. I could tell that some of the words, but not real clear. Well, I forget what his call is.
KC2 LFT.
Is it Kilo Charlie 2, Lima Foxtrot Tango?
I believe that's right.
Very good. Appreciate you being there, Rich. If you can hear me, that was Kilo Charlie 2, Lima Foxtrot Tango up in, where the heck is he? He's up in, where is it?
Hartsville.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fartsville. I forgot. All righty. Anybody else? We're up at 21. We have a big net tonight.
Before John.
All righty. How you doing there, Danny?
I just walked in the door. Been gone all afternoon.
Oh, I take it you're doing something important.
Yeah, we went to my son's house, had supper, and played with the grandbaby and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good. How old's the baby? The grandbaby?
He'll be 3 in September.
Good-natured kid?
Oh, yeah. Always happy.
No, that's cool. That's great. Yeah, it's nice. Hey, kids are a ball. They really are, especially when you don't have to have them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I have 3. My youngest boy is 30. He's 39 this year. He just turned, no, he'll turn 39 in June, my mistake. And that's the last time I had children in the house.
Oh, wow. Well, we got an 8-month-old grandchild, too. So we're well-rounded.
Oh, yeah. Well, those 8-monthers stink up the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. I was back in the days, I was in the old school. My first son was diapers, the regular cloth diapers. And that's like hell having a diaper pail. Yeah, I feel like an old man. Well, I kind of am old. But anyway, it was kids are all good. They're all good. Everybody. I don't know anybody who said they regretted having children. You know.
No, I don't either.
Anyway, anything good for the net, Danny?
That's it. Back to you.
Very good. That was number 22, Danny, and he is in up near Cottontown. It's Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Good signal for just walking in the door. Anybody else out there? All right, we had 22 in there. We're going to go right over, unless I hear an objection, over to, I object, Your Honor, over to 144-240, and I'll be there as soon as somebody says nothing. All right, good. We'll move over there. Ooh, sounds a little noisy tonight. It's K4PW net control looking for check-ins from the south. Very good. We got Scott in there. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Who else is in there? Good signal, Scott. Anyone else south? Please come now. All righty. Looking for check-ins on anybody south or east.
KM4 Wow.
Very good. We got Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, Michael in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Very good. We got Kilo 5 Sierra Carrie in Baird's Mill. I just heard Stan KM4 Hotel Quebec Echo, and he's in Lebanon with a good signal. Who else was east?
Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf.
Very good. I got two in. I got the two Kevins. Kevin KI4 ZDG in Gladeville, and then Kevin KG4 MIZ over in Lebanon, both with good signals. Yeah, this 5 watts is a lot bigger than the last 5 watts you had there, Kevin, in Gladeville.
Yeah, I had the wrong antenna hooked up earlier.
Okay, very good. Well, anybody else east, please? All righty, over to the north.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
Very good. We got Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. That's Frank in Northwest Wilson. Who was the other party? Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. That's Danny in near Cottontown. Another good signal. Who else is north? Or anywhere? All right, I said not anywhere. I skipped west. KF4 KFQ. We got Tony in Smyrna with a good signal, and I heard somebody else in it. Very good. Kilo Delta 4 Golf. Victor Uniform Whiskey. Heard them. Got Carlin up in Angeltown. Who else was there anybody else that I heard? Anybody else north or west? Very good. In the west, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Ecker. Who else is west?
KC4 LZ.
All right. We had a big net tonight on 2 meters upper sideband. Who else besides Jack and Donaldson? That was Kilo Go 4 India Lima Victor. Who else?
KC4 TNQ.
Very good. We got Charles in there. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Really big signal to me from those areas. South is a little rough for me tonight, but everything else was good. Anybody else? So again, Charles in West Nashville. Who else is anywhere? Any place, anywhere? Hearing a lot of noise in there tonight too. We're going for lurkers, lollygaggers, sandbaggers, and I don't know. There was a new category and I forgot what it was. Those who rejected the idea that Bob's your uncle. That was what it was. Anybody else? Please come down.
It was people who hate people.
Oh yeah, people who hate people. That's right. You fall into the people who hate people category.
I got a new shirt yesterday.
What is this, show and tell?
I like aliens and maybe 3 people.
Very good. I hear Kevin in there too.
Yeah, I'm checking in. I hate people.
Oh, very good. Well, you fall into a couple categories then. Fantastic. Because what you do is when you fall into the category you hate people, then the other people all fall into the category that hate Kevin.
Hey, there you go.
Excellent, man. We're working things out very well here. All right, we had 15 checked in on upper sideband. I think that's a record on 2-meter upper sideband. Anybody else, please come down. Any place, anywhere. Do I hear anybody else in there, or is it just my brain?
I'm not hearing anything, Paul.
All right, very good. Very good. I forgot that was the category. That's right. People. There's a song about that, isn't it? People who hate people. That's a song. All right, we're going to move right over to 50.135. We'll be right over there. I think that's a record, 15 on the 2-meter upper sideband. I could be mistaken because I don't keep that good of notes. So it's not like I keep a record. It's a lot for tonight. So appreciate you being there. We're moving over to 50.135. And if you can, meet us after that on 223.415. 223.415. K4P. All righty, now we're on 50.135. 50.135. Look at that. I don't even show an SWR on this when I'm on 6 meters. Isn't that interesting? That's weird. All right, it's 50.135. Looking for check-ins from the south. Please come in. Very good. We got Scott in there. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Who else is south? South or east?
KM4 YRF.
Very good. That's Michael. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Very good. Stan with a good signal. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else? All right. Yeah, I don't like you either, Kevin. So just hang in there. No, I know. I'm just having fun with it. Well, listen, you and Greg can hate each other, and it'll be just fine. Anyway, that was Kevin, who really doesn't hate everybody. That's Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. Who else is east? Anybody east or north? Oh, there was a double, triple in there. I heard the Kilo in there. Who's that, Frank? All right, we had Frank in there. That's the Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. A little low signal tonight on 6 meters. Who else is? Who was the other person in there? Ah, very good. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar number. Actually, your signal is better than Frank's, which is interesting because Frank usually has a. Frank, are you doing anything different? No, I just wondered if Frank was doing anything different with his antenna. No, I'm not hearing. Anyway, you got a good signal there, Danny. You were beating out Frank on signal quality. Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Who else is east or north? Anybody else east or north? Very good. To the west.
Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Victor.
Very good. We got Joel in west of Joelton, West Ashland City, really. Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Big signal. Who else is west? All right, very good. I got Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor and Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Yeah, Tango November Quebec. That's Charles in West Nashville. Who else is? Did I get everybody on that one? Who else is west? Did I hear you in there, Greg? You got it. That was you checking in.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, get a mirror. All right, we got Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, who loves aliens, not the ones from south of the border, the real aliens. Was there anybody else in there from the west? West or anywhere? All righty, I don't know. We did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We had 11 in there on on 6 meters upper sideband. That's very good. We're going to move it over to 223, 415, and I'm going to close out this portion of the net because we go over the 220 band and we talk all kinds of smack, and it's not a good thing for the Facebook or the YouTube. So I'm going to cut the net off here, and we'll catch everybody later. Appreciate all the check-ins. We had a really big banner night. I hope you can all make the net next by the rest of the week, next week. But we got that 1,000th net on Saturday, so it'll be a big night. I'm hoping we get. I don't know. There'll probably be about 200 Democrats will check in, and then probably about 20 of the other people. Anyway, have a good night, everybody, and we'll have a good night. Yeah, I can always count on Democrats to give us a good number, you know. K4PW. Who else we got?